Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. For today's video I went with the title Lattafa must stop with this, for one main reason, and I'm going to explain why at the start of this video. If you don't know, Lattafa owns many sub-brands apart from the main company, which is of course called Lattafa. Also companies like Attar Al Mason Alhambra, Rave, Asdaf are all owned by Lattafa. And I just recently found out about another sub-brand of Lattafa, which is called Al Wataniah. Now, I already got two fragrances from that sub-brand, and in today's video I'm going to take a look at one of those fragrances. Now, the reason why things can get a bit confusing apart from all that sub-brand naming is also the fact that Lattafa likes to use the same juice under a different sub-brand and name of a fragrance. For example, the Lattafa Hayati Black is pretty much the same fragrance that you'll find inside a bottle of Attar Al Wesal Hayati. Or also the Lattafa Sukrat is pretty much the same fragrance that you'll find inside a bottle of Attar Al Wesal Jazab Silver. And so the fragrance that I'm going to show you today is called the Attar Al Wesal from that new to me company Al Wataniah. And this is supposed to be a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. But Lattafa already have a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male sold under their original company. That clone is called the Lattafa Rams Silver. So it was interesting to me if this fragrance, the Attar Al Wesal, will be different to the Ram Silver. And so in today's video I'm going to show you the Attar Al Wesal in depth. I'll show you the packaging, I'll tell you how this smells and if it's the same as with the Rams Silver and how close it is to the original Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. Okay, a quick look at the packaging of this fragrance, the Al Wataniah Attar Al Wesal. The fragrance comes in this black and white colored box. On the front you got the Attar Al Wesal, the name of the fragrance, the size of the bottle 100 ml and the concentration, EDP in this case. On the back some additional information like ingredients. On the bottom there's some additional information about the company plus a production date. In this case it's July of 2022. And this is how the actual bottle looks. As you can see, this is quite different to the Lattafa Rams Silver. This looks way better in my opinion to the Lattafa Rams Silver. The cap is plastic, it's light, feels a bit cheap, but the bottle itself has a lot of weight and feels quite nice and classy. Okay, I'll show you the sprayer in action and then I'll talk about the actual note breakdown and what I can pick up from this fragrance. As you can see, the sprayer on this fragrance, it's pretty nice. Now, let's talk about the note breakdown. As per Fragrantica, the top notes are supposed to be pear, lavender, mint, bergamot and lemon. The middle notes are cinnamon, cumin, clary sage, and the base notes are black vanilla, amber, patchouli and cedar. Now, what I pick up from this and what I don't. In the opening of this fragrance, I definitely pick up that nice, sweet, juicy pear, really nice pear note in this fragrance. I pick up some freshness from the mint note. There's a bit of a lavender in there somewhere as well. And I pick up a touch of that bergamot note. The lemon, not so much, at least to my nose. Now, once this starts to dry down, on my other hand, I have the dry down. That fresh opening, that mint and that bergamot, they start to go away. The pear starts to take more of a back seat. The lavender stays there, but again, it starts to take more of a back seat. And I start to pick up the cinnamon in this fragrance, the cedar and the vanilla, which I think is the main player on the dry down. So you get a nice, juicy, sweet, juicy pear opening with a touch of freshness from that mint, bergamot and lavender notes. And then on the dry down you get a nice woody vanilla sweetness. It's very sweet from the opening to the dry down. Now, when we have to talk how similar this is to the original Ultra Male, from all the clones that I've tried so far, I think this one is the closest because Unlike 9 p.m., this is doesn't feel as fresh as 9 p.m. from Afnan, but it also doesn't feel as sweet as the Ram Silver. I think this replicates the opening of the original the best, but it's still sweeter in the opening compared to Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Malt. On the dry down, again, this is very close, but it still stays sweeter and not as woody compared to the original Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Malt. Now, performance-wise, the Attar Al Wesal has been a very strong performer for me ever since I got my bottle. I've given this fragrance quite a few wearings since I got it a few weeks ago, and pretty much every time I get consistently at least 9 to 10 hours of longevity on my skin. On clothes, it holds for more than 24 hours. In fact, I can smell the fragrance even 48 hours on my clothes after I've sprayed this one. The projection is also very nice. It's quite strong projecting for the first about 2.5 hours. So as far as performance and projection, the Attar Al Wesal is a fantastic fragrance. Price-wise, I was able to get the Attar Al Wesal for roughly the equivalent of around about $20. So the price, I think, is pretty much the same as you get with the Lattafa Ram Silver. Both of them go for that range, somewhere between $20 to $25. So price-wise, this is a very cheap fragrance. And then let's talk about versatility. I think the Attar Al Wesal serves pretty much the same purpose as the original Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Malt. It's a nice, sweet, youthful type of a fragrance that's great for cold weather usage and especially good for nights out, especially if you are sort of a clubbing type of scenario where you want to get noticed, you want to get the attention upon yourself. I think this is a fantastic choice. And in the end, my final thoughts on the Attar Al Wesal from the house of Wataniah. This is a very, very nice clone of Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Malt. In fact, from what I've tried so far, I think this is the closest one. It's still sweeter compared to Ultra Malt, and to my mind, this is sort of like a slightly youthful version of Ultra Malt. But this is a fragrance that has fantastic performance, fantastic price tag, and as I said, smells very close to Ultra Malt. So if you want to get a cheaper alternative to Ultra Malt and you can get your hands on a bottle of Attar Al Wesal, I definitely think that you need to check this one out. And so guys, in today's video, I showed you yet another sub-brand of Lattafa that's called Al Wataniah and a fragrance from their collection that's called the Attar Al Wesal. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.